Okay, so today at the day job, the old lady that works at the bakery, she says to me, she goes, "Did you get any of those cookies? Did you get the cookie?" And I said, "Oh no," I said, "I'm going to pass on that," and I patted my stomach to indicate how bad the situation is getting with this free cake and free cookies and stuff that they've given out to us. And she's like, "Oh, I know how that is." I'm like, "Really? Do you? Then why? Then why are you offering it to me? Are you the devil?" This is JARHUMOR speaking, and I'm stuck in a loop, and I'd really like to get out of my loop. I find myself repeating the same thing over and over again, like Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day. In fact, a better example, one of my favorite examples, is Westworld. The TV show Westworld was fantastic in describing what is a person's loop. You know, that's the thing we do all the time, every day. It's our patterns and our habits and our routines and everything like that. And I just got home from work, and I'm going through this stuff in my head of how to change my life little by little. Not big drastic changes. You know, like sometimes you want to make a big change in your life. That sounds great, but if you get too far outside your loop, you're going to get very uncomfortable. Now, it's a good idea to get uncomfortable. You should get uncomfortable. But to get very uncomfortable, I don't know about you. And I'm certainly no life coach. I'm just a cartoonist that works at a grocery store during the day/night. I don't know, I do the night shift. By day, I'm a Goodwill shopper. Oh, Lord, I went to Goodwill today. I think I spent $38 at the Goodwill. Now, it's pretty easy to spend that much because they did jack up their prices. What is it, baby? What is it, baby? Okay. All right, I did. I bought you treats. Hold on. The cat wants treats. I mean, I got home. I'm immediately fired up to talk to you folks. My whole thing is like I can't stop buying crap at the Goodwill, but I keep justifying it inside my head. I'm like, this is some good crap. We're gonna do a thrift store haul. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I teared it too close to the top. I now have to use scissors because I misjudged where the little rippy part was. All right, and now I got to cut it. Make sure I cut it above the little Ziploc part, or I will ruin this bag completely. There we go. All right, baby. I know, baby. I know it's devastating that you haven't eaten in the last 10 minutes. All right, there you go. I feel like Jim Davis really personified cats in What Is Garfield. It's all about food and naps. She's happy now. She's eating her treats. All right, let's do Goodwill haul. Why not? I really want to pour myself a beverage, though, right now. I got the club soda. I've got the Chilean wine chillin' in the fridge. I'm going to be drinking warm-ass club soda, though. I just had to buy it. And they didn't have the little one. They had the 2-liter bottle. Don't get the 2-liter bottle of club soda. Get the little, I think they're like a liter or a quart, or I don't know, man. I don't know about the metric system. All right, let me pour me something here. But I got to tell you something, though, before we do Goodwill haul. I got gas tonight, and I'm proud of myself for getting gas. Now, why would I be proud of myself for such a mediocre accomplishment? Let me tell you about mediocre accomplishments. Mediocre accomplishments add up. Every day of your life, you do just a little bit more of the crap you know you're supposed to do. It adds up. It adds up. So I have this very bad habit of letting it ride, almost to the E. When it comes to getting gas. I don't know why I do it. And my car is starting to hate me for that. My car actually... that's club soda. I get the distinct feeling I may have shook it up a little bit in transit. All right. It is carbonated. Man, that cat didn't even flinch. She just keeps eating her treats. That's crazy. All right. Oh man. So, anyways, I have a bad habit of letting the gas go almost to the E. I don't know why, but I procrastinate on getting gas. I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to go to the gas station. Tomorrow. I got enough. I can get to work and I can get on the way home. I'll get gas. I'll do that. I'll be fine. Then I think it was, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago. I'm leaving work and there's a manager that I like talking conspiracy theory stuff with, and I'm like, dude, I can't. I got to get out of here. I got to go get gas. I get like something was telling me, go now, leave now. Like it was like the logos, like the voice of God inside my head saying, go, you need to go get gas. And I don't know why, but I'm in a downtown area, and there's this. Hold on, I want to take a sip of my beverage. Closest gas station where I was at. I pull in, lights are on, everything looks fine. I go to use my card, it doesn't work. It doesn't read the chip. Okay, it says pay inside. I'm like, I tried it one more time, which was a mistake because I think they charge me $1 every time that crap happens. I think I've done it before. I felt like I'm having not necessarily deja vu. I'm just having, I think I've done this before, which is different from deja vu. Deja vu is a weird feeling like, I think this has happened before, but I don't know why. No, this was just like, I remember this. I remember I shouldn't do this. So I'm like, all right. I go up to the gas station. I pull on the door. It won't open. I see the guy inside. He just looks at me. I pull on the door. I'm like, I wave at him. I go, hi, and I pull on the door again. He reaches over for something. I don't know what he's reaching for. And I think he's like going to buzz me in or something. I've never been at this gas station this late at night. And then he comes to the door. He unlocks the door. He opens it. He goes, what do you want? And I said, I want to get some gas. And he goes, I'm closed. And I go, oh, I said, I didn't know. I said, I just got off of work. I said, it's not, the thing's not reading my chip. It says pay inside. He goes, all right, okay, very quick. He's doing like a bunch of lottery stuff. Like he's trying to wrap it up. He's trying to go home. But he was very nice. I told him, I said, look, I appreciate it, man. I'm riding the E. He goes, oh no, you're almost out. He goes, okay, yes. I said, fill her up. I mean, how what's easier? Should I give you a number? He's like, yeah, give me a number. I said, $20. So there you go. That's enough to get me down the road. That get me either to another gas station, which it was enough for the night. It was tomorrow we start again. We try to learn from these mistakes. And I am very proud of myself. I went and got gas just a little bit past where the little thing that tells you, hey, a-hole, go get gas. We're going to put a picture of a gas pump on here because you're a kindergartner, okay? Because you're a child who shouldn't be trusted with a machine like this. Here's a little thing that says you got to go get gas. Go get gas, buddy. So it was a little bit past that line, which is that's an achievement for me. Usually it's touching the E. I'm like, and even when it hits the E, I know I got 5 more miles. I got 5 more miles probably after the little light comes on. I've seen the little light come on more times than I want to. But I remember what I was going to say before my club soda exploded. My car was doing this thing where it hated me. I would step on the gas and it wouldn't go right away. It would take a second, and then it would go. You know when that's terrible? When you're trying to pull out into traffic. When a car is barreling down on you, and your car just rolls out into the street, and just sits there, and that car's coming at you, and you're like, come on, baby, let's go. Like, come on, baby. And so that amount of pain put me in the right place to say, never again. I'm not doing this anymore. And it is because of letting the gas get so low. It was now I touch that pedal, boom, I go, boom, I'm flying. I loved it. Very proud of myself. I don't think we celebrate the little wins in life. This little like, hey, I managed to get through another day. I managed to get through another month. My bills are paid, or most of my bills are paid, whatever your situation is. Celebrate the little wins. Let's take a look at the Goodwill haul. Okay. All right. Well, first thing that I found was a little radio. It's an AM FM LCD clock radio. And it looks kind of retro and cool, and it looks brand new. It's still got the box. Takes a couple of it takes three AA batteries. And it's going to be perfect for fake spirit box stuff. Got a little clock, and it's got a little automatic tuning dial, because the shortwave radio that I have doesn't make noise when you scan channels. That's basically what a spirit box is. Spirit boxes are like $100. This thing was $3. You go on eBay, which I also have an eBay problem. Like, I just recently got some royalties from selling merch, selling t-shirts and stuff. You can find all my links at jarhumor.com. I want a shameless plug for my t-shirts. I got some money, and I'm like, ooh, what am I going to buy on eBay? And I'm like, nothing. You're not going to buy anything. You're going to save that money because you might need it at some point. You might need it for things. You have a car. You're a mobile home owner. Something in the mobile home could break down. The refrigerator, the washer and dryer. You may need to call a plumber at some time. You don't have a real air conditioner like a normal person. You got window shaker air conditioners. Speaking of which, I need to go turn the one on I need to turn the air conditioner on in the bedroom. It's getting nicer here in the Sunshine State, here in Florida. God's G-string, the flaccid state that is Florida. I love it here. I've lived in Florida my entire life, and I wouldn't want to simulate living in hell anywhere else. And so I got this cool little radio from Goodwill, $3, nice. I got some DVDs. 2 of them are still in the shrink wrap. I got 2 Carol Burnett Show DVDs. Carol's Favorites. They got some different stuff. Dude, if you're a young person and you have no idea what the Carol Burnett Show is, look it up on the internet. Harvey Korman is like the funniest man I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so strange that he's just... what I know him from is just the Carol Burnett Show. He easily is the equivalent to like a Peter Sellers or a Marx brother. Like, I'm saying it. I know it's controversial, but the man is a comedy genius. I love Harvey Korman. So there you go. Taking another sip of my beverage. I just need you to know why you're listening to silence for a moment, because I am home from work. I am very thirsty. It is late. This is all right. So I got 2 Carol Burnett DVDs still in the cellophane, so they're good to go. The worst part is they're made by Time Life. Time Life makes the worst DVDs. They're like, do you remember the old infomercials? Act now and you get an entire 1 episode of Carol Burnett for only $19.95. I have Hee Haw. It's also Time Life released. Like, it's a good little collection. It's a collector's edition. It's like 14 discs, but I bought this off of eBay. God, I want to say I spent less than $20 on it. I spent like $10, $15 on it. This is what I'm saying. I have an eBay problem. But easily, probably Time Life through their infomercial. If you act now, you get it for only 3 payments of $29.99. Like, that's how they used to do stuff. It's terrible. So I got another DVD. Now this is another one. Who released this? Time Life. Sons of biatches. Time Life put together a 6-disc set. I bet you they charge people out the absolute ass for this. Robin Williams Comic Genius. It has, one of the discs is the first 6 episodes of Mork and Mindy, which I already have. The best of Robin's late night appearances on The Tonight Show and Jay Leno and everything. His critically acclaimed 2018 HBO documentary Robin Williams, Come Inside My Mind, newly produced featurettes, blah, blah, blah. Did I say 6 dicks? 6 disc set. $1.99. So, very happy. The discs are in beautiful condition. People who have money that can afford Time Life DVDs when they came out, take care of them. All right. Speaking of comedy, I also got a couple Bill Cosby LPs. All right. I got some records. This is the insane part. I already have about 4 or 5 Cosby LPs. I found 4 more. I don't have any of these. I have one that's like live from something. I have Bill Cosby himself. I have the Fat Albert and the Junkyard Gang album. Something else. I have a couple Cosby records. These are some earlier Cosby albums, like young Cosby. All right. To Russell, my brother, whom I slept with, didn't age well. Bill Cosby, Wonderfulness, Bill Cosby, Revenge, and Bill Cosby, Why Is There Air? So I'm working on a joke I'm going to show these off in a vlog, and this is the joke. I'm going to test it out on you guys. It says, I got these albums at the thrift store today. Bill Cosby. Has anybody ever heard of him? Is he good? Is he going to make me laugh? Or is he going to put me to sleep? Pause for laughter. And pause for laughter, or someone writing me a nasty comment, one or the other. Anyways, these are all were $2 as well. Some of them are in pretty good condition. Some of them are a little rough, but I collect comedy albums, and he wasn't my favorite stand-up comic. I loved the Cosby Show. A lot of people, everyone I talked to about, like, they mentioned 2 things. The horrible things he did, number 1. First of all, he's a monster. Second of all, he was such a great stand-up comic. I'm like, he was an alright comic. Like, I got to listen to this stuff to just like, what is everyone crowing about? Dude, I thought the Cosby Show was hilarious, though. I love that. I blame the Cosby Show for my love of light-skinned black chicks. Dude, Denise. Whew. Like that was the beginning of a stirring inside of me. That's I can't. Lisa Bonet. Oh my goodness. Lisa Bonet. Oh my goodness. That to me. Oof. So the final thing that I bought, the thing that probably racked up the most money. These things were $2 each. I could not resist. Y'all, I got goosebumps. No, literally, I got R.L. Stein's Goosebump books. These are first printings most of them are from 95, some of them are from 96. I think one of them is 1992. These are first printing Goosebumps books. I probably could sell them on the internet, but you know what? I'm not going to do that because I'm not the scum of the earth that are resellers. Resellers destroyed my thrift stores. They destroy everything they touch. They're parasites. I have very strong opinions about resellers. Whenever I see them, I can spot them at Goodwill. They're always scanning stuff with their phone, trying to determine the value of it. It's cool stuff, and it's cheap. That's the point of this. I don't have a whole lot in my life that amuses me to the degree that Goodwill shopping amuses me. It's... Okay, I'm going to take a weird turn with this because we're talking about getting outside of our loops. And a lot of what is your loop has to do with your addictions. One of the things that I've been addicted to for a long time is adult entertainment. Now, I read a online book about breaking the habit, the addiction to adult entertainment. And there was a phrase that was used. And I wrote this phrase down on a sticky note because I feel that it's an interesting thing about the mind. The 3 words that it said was novelty, shock, variety. That's what our brain craves when we look at things like that. And I know the older I get, the weirder stuff gets. The good old-fashioned days of just oh look, two people are having intercourse. How quaint. No. That don't do it for me. The girl's got to have some costumes on. She's got to be saying some filthy stuff. All right, it's got to be like just depraved. I haven't gotten to the point where it's like biologically depraved. It's just psychologically depraved. That's as far as I go. I don't go biologically depraved. I just go for the psychological stuff. So yeah, I'm like, go ahead, James, give us some examples. And I'm like, no, man, I'm good. So novelty, shock, variety. I believe this is also why I'm addicted to thrift store shopping. Because every time I go, there's something new. Every time I go there, there's something weird and interesting. And it's cheap. And I have to have it for my home. All right, let me count these. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Goosebumps books at $2 a pop. All right, y'all, I nearly spent $20 on Goosebumps. All right, the first one is It Came From Beneath the Sink, The Barking Ghost, The Haunted Mask 2, Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes, Monster Blood, Calling All Creeps, Night of the Living Dummy 2, The Horror at Camp Jelly Jam, and A Shocker on Shock Street, the one with the praying mantis coming, the giant praying mantis coming down the street. Classic. I couldn't not get them all. You know, I'm like, because I don't own any Goosebumps books prior to this purchase. When I was a kid, it was all about scary stories to tell in the dark. That's what I was into. And I had the Scary Stories book. The first one I ever got was More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I love the artwork from that. Like, that's so incredible. I love the creepy sort of stories. When I got the first book, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, it came in this novelty package that was shaped like a coffin. And it came with a cheap pair of vampire teeth, a little tube of fake blood, and a cassette that was the audio version of the stories. And it was so good. The audio, I don't know if I have that cassette. I know everything else is like gone. Like, I wish I still had my Scary Stories books, but I feel like I may have that cassette somewhere. And I never had Scary Stories 3. I always wanted it. I never got it. If I ever see it at a thrift store, I'm grabbing it. But Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, that was my Goosebumps. That's what I was into. I never was into Goosebumps. I was, I feel like that's big with millennials. I identify as Gen X. I was born in 1982, which, if you're a sociologist, you're like, well, you're technically a millennial. And then I tell them where to shove that. I ain't no millennial. Dude, I remember playing an Atari at my Aunt Linda's house. Don't tell me I'm a millennial. All right? I remember playing Donkey Kong at the laundromat. Don't tell me I'm a millennial. Okay? I remember playing the Pac-Man, the tabletop version at Pizza Hut. Don't tell me I'm a millennial. Okay? I had a record player, a cassette player. I got the classic Nintendo when it came out. Don't tell me I'm a millennial. You're insulting me. Okay? All right? I'm Gen X. That's my truth. All right, I'm living my truth. I am a millennial. Well, what did I just say? Oh, what have they done to me? I'm Gen X. I can't believe I had that slip. You heard him. Clip that, put it on the internet. He admits it. He's a millennial. Ugh, I remember what it was like before having cell phones. I don't know. I don't want to go off on a tangent of just being an old fart. I'm just old. But anyways, I'm stuck in a loop. I'm in this habit of going to the thrift store before I go to work, for my shift for work. I get up early. I get ready early. And I get out of the door with plenty of time, knowing I am going to go to a place and spend money on someone else's junk and bring it into my house. And I'm someone who manages to use restraint. I don't buy laser discs. They had laser discs like about a month ago. It killed me to not buy them. I held on to, I think the movie was The Hidden with Kyle MacLachlan. It's like a precursor to Twin Peaks. I'm a huge Twin Peaks fan. I'm like, this is the movie that was like, this is the movie that everyone's convinced David Lynch saw Kyle MacLachlan as an FBI agent in The Hidden. And like, that's my Dale Cooper. I'm gonna put him in Twin Peaks. And I held on to it like for a long time. And I'm like, I don't have a Laserdisc player. I opened it up. The inside of the packaging was water damaged. I said, you're bringing mildew and mold into your home. You already have sinus problems. Don't do this. You don't need this. You don't need a laser disc. You will not watch this. You will just try to put it in a frame and hang it on your wall or something like that. And I go, yeah, it's going to look good on my wall. I still regret not buying it. But you know what? I'm glad someone else got it. Probably one of them filthy resellers. It's probably on eBay right now for $30 where I could have paid $2 for it. I'm a little hyped up tonight. I don't know why. I'm a little excited. I'm excited I actually managed to beat resistance and go get gas. That's exciting to me that I did that I managed to do that. Now, I mentioned before about loops, that we're stuck in a loop, right? We're continuing to go around and round once again, like on Westworld, the TV show and that, and getting outside your comfort zone. Thinking about what could I do differently? Get up, do things a little bit differently. I've been getting up for the last couple weeks and I've been doing exercises before I leave, and that's given me a lot of energy. I'm starting to eat better. That's giving me, you know what? It must have been that banana I ate at work. It must have been that's why I'm so energetic right now. For 30 cents, I bought a banana. Before, whenever I'd get hungry, I'd buy something stupid like some protein bar or something like that. And I almost bought this protein bar thing. And then there's an app on my phone. I don't want to plug it because I don't know if this app is good or bad, and the way time works, that things find out, it's like, oh, it's run by like the worst people in the entire world. But there is an app that you can download. Ask your annoying friends that are big into health, or if they're vegetarians or vegans or something like that. There is an app that you can download that you can scan products at the grocery store, and it will tell you whether the product is good for you or bad for you, based on things like whether it has additives, or how caloric it is, or if it's too sweet. And I scanned this, this protein bar, and it says, this is terrible for you. Here's a list of all the additives that are in it. And I'm like, okay, do I want to pay like $2 for this protein bar, or do I just want to eat a friggin' banana? So I went and got a banana. 30 cents, I ate a banana. All right? It's eat some fruit, eat some vegetables, do some exercise. Like this, I'm not telling you this, I'm telling myself that. You might want to tell yourself that, I don't know, but I'm certainly telling myself that. Gotta go better than this. I gotta do things just a little bit better. That evil old woman's gonna keep offering me cake and cookies and everything like that. Oh, taking another sip. Give me a second, folks. It's like, for Christ's sakes, James, breathe. You're talking a mile a minute. I'm hyped up. I came home. I immediately wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to express these things. The old lady from the bakery. I'm sure I said I already got a piece of cake the other day. I said the second I ate it, I regretted it. That was the truth. I got a piece of cake. I ate it the second I was done with it because I consumed it like a junkie, and it was so good in the moment. Like, and then like a moment later, when it was gone, there was this hollow feeling. What have I done? What did I do? Oh God, what did I do? What did I do? And just a stomach ache for at least an hour. Like, it didn't sit right with me. It was too much sugar. It was too bad. It was, and I got to still work at a grocery store after that. That's not something you want to do in the middle of your day. They gave me an award at work. I don't know, for cleaning up some spill, or I don't know, like I was a first responder or something like that. They gave me a little medal, and they had a cake. That was at like 10 o'clock in the morning. They offered me a piece of cake. I turned it down. And there were like managers there that weren't like part of our store. They were part of the bigger part of the organization. Right in front of them, I'm like, I'm not eating that cake. You guys enjoy yourself. I said, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. I have to work the rest of the day. I'm not eating cake. That's how awful this place is. They just bust out the cake for anything. There's a cake. Congratulations. You saved us from a lawsuit by cleaning up a spill. That's pretty much what it felt like. Which is funny because the district manager, she awarded me this award, and our previous district manager actually wrote me up for a safety violation for not using a cutting glove. He caught me not using a cutting glove while holding a knife. And my defense was, I'm an adult and I've handled knives my entire life and managed to not cut myself. So, yeah, no. I don't know. So it's a wacky sort of situation that I don't know, that I work at a grocery store. It's still, every time I catch myself every once in a while with that butt ugly uniform on in the mirror, and I'm like, ugh. I immediately tear that thing off the second I get out of there. Like, I just wear my black clothing. I feel more like who I actually am. So yeah, I don't feel like I properly discussed what I intended to be the theme of this talk. I feel like I was all over the place. I feel like I'm way too hyper. I got that banana energy going on right now. That nature's food. What I was gonna say nature's candy, but it's like a banana. Really? That's some crappy candy. That's like that's like getting a box of raisins when you're trick or treating. Hell, I think raisins are the nature's candy thing, aren't they? That's why my mind went there. But yeah, I think the big thing with me right now, as far as improving my life, is to make little changes day by day, keep improving little by little. I feel like going too far outside of my comfort zone, I'm just going to run back into it. I've been a reclusive person most of my life. I think a lot of people that are very creative, and when you have an imagination, the imagination tends to run wild. It tends to go to so many different places, and it's not always constructive. It's not always the best thing ever. And I think that's a lot of why I have trouble going outside of my loop. And little changes, I think, are the way to do it. Little things every day that if I can, and I got to work on the whole going to Goodwill thing. I don't know if I'm going to go back tomorrow. I feel like I shot my wad. I don't feel like I need to get my fix. I feel like I have enough crap. I had more stuff right now than I got plenty to watch, plenty to read, plenty to listen to. How much of this stuff can I actually bring into my home? And I do also want to start cycling the stuff back out and donating some of my older stuff that I have grown accustomed to, that the novelty shock variety is worn off from. Oh, the reason I have that phrase written on a little post-it note up on one of my cork boards in my, and it's not in my office, but I have another little corner of the house where I have a bunch of like whiteboards and cork boards and stuff. Like, I've never shown it in a vlog because this is the secret lab. Nobody sees this stuff. This is personal strategies and things I'm working on, everything like that. Nobody sees this, but novelty shock variety, I think, is also the trick to really great art and content. I don't know about shock. You don't have to make things that are shocking, but shock can also mean surprising, is another word you can use. Novelty, new, something that's interesting, something that's surprising, and to vary things up. If you're someone who makes a certain thing, if you're making music, if you're a cartoonist like myself, or a comedian, or anything along those lines, a filmmaker, I think novelty shock variety is a very interesting thing to think about, why our brains respond to that and how an audience would respond to your work through that idea. I almost feel like I should just call this talk novelty shock variety now, instead of, my intention was to talk about getting out of your loops, but I don't know now. I don't know. At least I did something. This is as also, it's about consistency and showing up and doing the work. It's never going to be perfect, but you show up, you do the work. And when you get out of your loops, just a little bit, when you venture outside, you discover something. What is that phrase? The answers that you seek are in the cave that you're afraid to enter. So we got to keep venturing outside a little bit, just going a little bit out, getting a little braver, building up our strength. I mean, I'm not trying to go for too much here. I'm celebrating the fact that I got gas. All right? And it wasn't from the banana, which is good. The cake, probably, if I would have gotten the free cookies, I definitely would be dealing with that whole mess. Get a little braver, move a little bit outside of your routines. First, become aware of your routines, I'd say. Become aware of your routines, move a little bit outside of them, little by little. I am of the philosophy, though, that going too far outside your comfort zone all at once in the beginning, when you have not built that confidence and that feeling, I think you're just going to run right back into where you are. You're going to experience so much pain that you're just going to run right back into that loop, maybe even worse loops, maybe old loops. I mean, my goodness, I quit smoking cigarettes like years ago. I'm talking about back when millennials were being born. Like, I quit smoking. And I'm that, being in that loop where it's just like a habit. It's celebrate the little victories. Don't forget to do that. I want to thank you guys so much for listening to my manic ramblings tonight. You can find me anywhere on social media at JARHUMOR, jarhumor.com. I'm on the YouTube. I'm going to be working on some vlogs and that. Going to be showing how I do the cartooning and showing off some of my Goodwill crap that I get and all that stuff. So check that out on the YouTube. I got a Patreon. Sign up as a free member. You get early access to all the crap I put out. I post it there first before I put it anywhere else. And you don't even have to give me money. Sign up for a free member. You get the early access to stuff, because it helps me out. Just being a free member helps me out, because then Patreon pays attention to me. It's like, hey, who's this guy, huh? Who's this guy, huh? That's what I'm hoping. Someone needs to say, who's this guy? Rather than just going, who? Who? Alright, guys. This is the frequenter of thrift stores. JARHUMOR signing off.